Sigrid, we have company.
Hello there. Must be Hadvar's niece. Or cousin.
Hadvar, we've been so worried about you. Come, you two must be hungry. Sit down and I'll get you something to eat.
Now then, boy, what's the big mystery? What are you doing here looking like you lost an argument with a cave bear?
Why didn't you should say that?
You know I was assigned to General Tullius' guard. We were stopped in Helgen when we were attacked by a dragon.
A dragon? That's ridiculous. You aren't drunk, are you, boy?
No.
Husband, let him tell his story.
Believe me.
We
wish we were drunk.
Just wrecked the whole place. Mass confusion. I don't know if anyone else got out alive. I doubt I'd made it out myself if not for my friend here. I need to get back to Solitude and let them know what's happened. I thought you could help us out. Food, supplies, a place to stay.
Of course. Any friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine. I'm glad to help however I can. Like I said, I'm glad to help in any way I can. But I need your help. We need... The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Jarl Balgruuf. That's a name I haven't heard in... well, a long time. My father used to be a guard in Eastmarch. My father served under Jarl Ulfric's father. So, when I grew up around Ulfric. And oddly enough, Balgruuf as well. But, what can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf. He rules Whiterun Hold. A good man. Perhaps a bit overcautious, but these are dangerous times. So far, he's managed to stay out of the war.
Really?
I'm afraid it can't last, though.
He managed to stay neutral in the Civil War. Well, Balgruuf is a wise man to usher caution. But sometimes you must act. But which side does he favor?
I don't think he likes either Ulfric or Elisif much. Who can blame him?
True.
But I've no doubt he'll prove loyal to the Empire in the end. He's no traitor.
So you support the Empire, then? Given your nephew's profession, I imagine so.
Of course. Skyrim has always been part of the Empire.
That is true.
That doesn't mean I support everything the Empire's been doing lately. But Nords have never been fair-weather friends.
No, we haven't. You have to remind me, it's been a decade since I've been in Skyrim. Who's Elisif?
Ah, I forget you're new to Skyrim.
Newish.
Elisif, I should say. Although only because she was married to Jarl Torrig when he was murdered. Ulfric murdered Torrig, you know. Walked right into his palace in Solitude and killed him. Shouted him to death, if you believe the stories.
Shout.
That's what started this whole war.
The stone voice.
The Empire couldn't ignore that. Once the Jarls start killing each other, we're back to the bad old days.
Aye. But if Ulfric truly shouted Torrig to death, how did he get out of Solitude? And Elisif, all because of her husband, the High King. What has Skyrim become since I've gone? But I hate to ask you these things, but what do you think about the war?
People are rightly stirred up about the damn Thalmor being allowed to roam around arresting people. Just for worshipping Talos.
I would
But
be.
was it worth tearing Skyrim apart and maybe destroying the Empire? No. Ulfric will have a lot to answer for in the end. Nords have always supported the Empire. And the Empire has always been good for Skyrim.
The Empire has been good for Skyrim. And Skyrim, good for the Empire. The White Gold Concordant put a lot of questioning into the Empire. But I'm just a rambling man. But why are the Thalmor allowed to arrest people for worshipping Talos? I imagine it has something to do with the White Gold Concordant.
It's from that treaty that ended the Great War, remember? When the Emperor was forced by the Thalmor to outlaw Talos worship. We didn't pay much attention to it when I was a boy. Everyone still had their little shrine to Talos.
I remember.
Then, Ulfric and his sons of Skyrim started agitating about it. And sure enough, the Emperor had to crack down, dragging people off in the middle of the night. One of the main causes of this war, if you ask me.
In that case, I do think Ulfric is a little justified to be mad against the Empire, dragging Nords off to divines nowhere. With all that to cause a war, to murder Torrig, and plunge Skyrim into this. But I hate to borrow more of your time. There are many things that I could ask. But one thing I do need to ask. May I have some water, by chance?
Of course.
Oh, Alvor. You and your family have been very kind to me, although you have no reason to be kind. You're truly charitable sorts. Well, if you wouldn't mind, I would like to rest for a little while.
Good day.
Did you really see a dragon? What did it look like? Did it have big teeth?
Well, I'd better get back to work. You two make yourselves at home.
We will, and thank you. Truly. Hadvar?
It's nice to be back in a friendly spot, huh?
It
Listen,
is.
I'm going to lay up here for a while. You can make your own way to Solitude from here. I'd recommend heading to Whiterun, just down the road from here. From there you can take a carriage to Solitude.
Whiterun. I remember the path, but how do I get there, if you don't mind reminding me?
Just head north, you can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold, the biggest and the best of the 9 holds of Skyrim. But don't take my word for it.
If I remember, Whiterun, where it's in the center of Skyrim, is the main trade hub. But who were the other prisoners?
You didn't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak and his top lieutenants.
You managed to get his top lieutenants as well as the man himself. Well, I'll be... But your uncle said he murdered the High King. Is it really murder?
Right, the leader of the Stormcloaks. They claim to be fighting for Skyrim's freedom, but the war is really all about Ulfric wanting to be High King of Skyrim.
There we go. How did you manage to capture Ulfric and his lieutenants?
A masterstroke by General Tullius. He's only been in charge here for a few months, but he's turned things around for the Empire.
Just a few
We've been trying
months.
to catch Ulfric since the war started, but he always seemed to slip through our fingers, like he knew we were coming. This time, the general turned the tables on him. Ulfric rode right into our ambush with only a few bodyguards. He surrendered pretty meekly too. So much for his death or glory reputation. I thought we were taking Ulfric back to Cyrodiil, but I guess the general changed his mind. You know the rest.
I do. Had no hard feelings for what you had to do. You had the enemy in your grasp, and you wanted to end it swiftly. I can understand that. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm
Be
going to
careful
fill
of
my
what
stomach.
Damn Stormcloaks could be anywhere.
Aye. The enemy could be anywhere. Don't worry, Hadvar, I'll take care of that problem before I hit Whiterun. I don't want Riverwood to be unprotected. Let's see. I know I saw that path just a ways back. Ember Shard Mine, an old iron reserve. From what Hadvar tells, it's been overrun by bandits. Well, I wouldn't feel right knowing that this little town was defenseless with bandits nearby. I know I'm not the best fighter, but I think I can handle myself. My head does feel a little easier though, now that we're gone. Right. Alright, you three. I won't bother you, of course. Come! Where are you? Nice trick. Come on, you. Here. Yeah. My limbs are still sore. Those wolves did put up a good fight. You must have been their alpha. I must really thank my mother when I see her again for teaching me that spell. It saved my life a lot recently. I only wish I paid more attention to our lessons in the temple. But you can't change the past. You can only move forward. Yep, this looks like the path. Which means the mine should be right there. And you are one of the bandits. Come now. You know why I'm here. You call yourself a fighter? Pathetic. Steel. If they're able to get steel out of this mine, reclaiming it for Riverwood should be all the more important. Boy, was more on stealth or sorts. I could probably sneak all the way through no problem. But my father taught me to be a Nord. And true Nords always go for the fight. Come on, you. You called this a bad time, elf? What? Nothing. One way down, one way up. The path back through there. I'm definitely going to have to get some of this iron myself. Come on. Call yourself a Nord? Whoa. You definitely heard something. Yeah. That's a good arm you have. But mine's better. Yeah. So they came from up there. Oh, at least I know I have my work cut out to clear this place. More iron. More barrels. Voice of an axe. Well, there's one of their camps. Pickaxe. Lovely. So this is where the foot came from. Oh, I'm sure they won't be needing this soup anymore. Whew. I better hurry. No telling how deep this mine goes. You my big mouth. Ruin. You managed to take it to a ruin? Oh. It does go more. I'll have to think about going in there. It seems to have it boarded up for a reason. It seems that they have been drinking a little too much. They managed to barrel into a ruin. And it might have been good that I came here first, after all.
What was that?
Is someone there?
My.
Time to end this little game.
Whoa! That could have been bad.
What was that?
Let's see what
Damn,
you've got.
where'd you go?
Are you prepared to die?
I'll rip your heart out.
I'd like to see you try. Seem to be above them. Heard me working down here for days now. Or sod. Gotta find somewhere down there that won't get my legs destroyed.
Now you'll
Call yourself
pay.
a Nord?
Aye, I do.
I'll have mercy on you.
That takes care of that.
Ah, my head. That Hadvar hit me a little too hard. Poor sod. Well, it's clear that the mine goes on that way.
Prepared to die.
Yes, are you? Don't know how I'll get through there. I'd rather check this way first. But I know it goes on through that way. Especially with the iron door. Oh, great. Come on, you! What? Yes! Your friend, though, is some acrobatic. Aye! Kine, watch me. Oh, no, you don't. I have a feeling that leads to their masters. I'd rather check this feeling first.
God might get nervous. A man approaches with his weapon drawn.
How did you get down here with all those bandits? Oh. Thank you. Looks like they were holding him captive, but... Whoa. But I could have helped him. Spelt him. My mother taught me restoration, not... whatever that spell is. Though I will take this equipment. You know, I forget how they made these helmets. I think the horns might be a little too much, though, but... yeah, it works. No reason to open that. Just as I thought. Now the way through there. Forge. Whoa. Seems that God did a whole lot of work. I just got to those two before he could get to them. Still, I better have a look around. Another path. Chest. I might as well take a few. Or... since I do have that wolf skin, I could possibly make something. But I can't forget my goal here. To clear the bandits, help the people over the Riverwood. But my... I sure we're making a killing here. Another scroll. More salt. I definitely need that. Let's see what they got down here. Light armor forging. Should get that to Alvor when I see him. Some more ore. Of course, they don't have a smelter. Or tanning rack. How do they make stuff down here? How can you expect to make any armor without tanning rack or smelter? It's like these bandits just put this place together haphazardly. Speaking of those bandits, let's see where this goes. Of course. Almost got blasted. Come on. curse these fingers. There we go. I'm a warrior, not a lockpick. There's the sound of a bandit. Come on now. You got an arm on you. Come on. Show me what a Nor can do. Or in your case, a red god. You fought well. But I just fought better. Iron armor. I'm sorry for this, but you won't be needing it anymore. I, on the other hand, do. How deep were they mining down here? Just 1, 2. Here I am. I have mage with them. All I got are these. There we go. Come on! You fought well. Aye, kind. I better take that. Make sure you don't raise yourself. This must be where they got most of their supplies from. I'll tell you where this waterway goes. Or salt. Paula, Volume 1. I'll take that for a read later. And how deep does this go? Looks like there's my answer. Well, I better go see where that door leads. But first, now, I'll go see where that door leads. Well then, they managed to dig into old ruins. Let's see what they were finding. Of course. Well, better to double check than to forget. I'll gather some iron then head back to Riverwood. Oh, Pa. I wonder how you would feel knowing the state of Skyrim. Wonder how you and Mother would feel. Oh, kind. Mother of sky and widow of shore. As I tarry, May my parents rest forever in Sovngarde. May I work to be there with them one day. Very well. Should have seen this coming. The Mother of Sky, Widow Shore. Thou who gave the Nords a storm voice to fight the dragons. I ask that you be with Skyrim in this time, that you do not forget your people and all that you have done for us, all that we will continue to do for you. Our work is never done. Not until we are called to Sovngarde.